What's going on, guys? It's Aether here, and today's story time, we're going to be doing a story time about the time that I drugged my school cafeteria lunch ladies with weed edibles. So, the morning that this happened, my friend hits me up because he used to take me to school after I broke my ankle in 2019, 2018, one of the two, I can't remember. But I broke my ankle a couple of years ago, and at the time I was riding the school bus. My mom didn't want me to. So at the time, I had a buddy whose stepmom worked at the school, who I then told my mom was taking me to school, lied to her about who was taking me, but instead of, well, I actually did ride to school with that guy. It was just somebody else who picked us up in the morning and took us. It wasn't who she thought it was. So we we rode to school like normal, like it was just a normal day. In the car, we smoked before we got to school and whatnot, and so we get there and we've already smoked. I don't know, maybe a blunt and a joint. No more than two blunts at most, we'll say. So we smoked at least two blunts before we got there. I had smoked a cigarette, and we go in and everybody's already there. Everybody's looking at us. We're like the last couple people to walk in for breakfast in the morning. 'Cause breakfast ended at 7:45, but we got there at like 7:40. So we get there and we have these cookies in this bag with us. We knew they were edibles. We just didn't say anything to anybody. So we go through the lunch line to go get some breakfast or whatever. And in the mix of getting us breakfast, my buddy has these cookies in his hand. He's just holding them, and they're in this bag, like a sandwich bag or whatever. So he's got his cookies in his hand, and the lunch ladies ask us, "Oh, are those? What kind of cookies are those?" And he tells them they're peanut butter, which they were peanut butter cookies. They just had weed in them. So he tells them and doesn't. I guess he wasn't either didn't think about it or knew and just didn't want to say anything. My guess is going to be he knew and didn't want to say anything just to see what would happen. And honestly, if that's the case, that makes this story so much more funnier. I kind of want to believe he was being a dickhead and didn't want to tell anybody and just wanted people to take edibles that day. So they ask him, "Can we have some?" And his dumbass says, "Oh, yeah, you can have some cookies." He gives them the whole freaking bag of these pot peanut butter cookies that I guess he had made the night before. I don't really know. I don't know when he made them or whatnot. But all I know is that he gives the lunch ladies this big ass bag of these weed cookies that he had made. And by lunch, these ladies were absolutely. I'm not joking. They were toasted. Our food was not ready by the time we got there. We had no lunch that day, and I think the only thing that they actually had ready for us was I think some fruit cups. And yeah, that's what we had for lunch that day was fruit cups and like I think of one of the little juice boxes that they give you or whatever. So yeah, that's the story about how we drugged our lunch ladies and why you all should never ever 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 do what we do because it could get you in a lot of trouble. Luckily, nothing else happened. Luckily, there was no like they didn't get fired or nothing. We didn't get caught. Nothing happened. But yeah, moral of the story: don't give your lunch ladies pot cookies or THC infused cookies because it's just not going to get in well. And you might end up like us and not having lunch that day. So, yeah, it's been Aether, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. And peace out. I will see you in the next one.